One of the things about saw blades, and especially these bow saw blades, you can buy inexpensive ones. These are not very expensive, but they don't come particularly sharp. They feel sharp and you go, oh, that's sharp, but actually this one's not sharp. I can see light on the top of the points of the teeth. Light cannot reflect off a sharp edge. A couple of things I want to do to this. Another thing that was flawed in it is that it has too much set. This is the answer to too much set. 2 hammers, 1 set in the vise, and tap, tap, tap all the way along. Watch now. Steady rhythm as you progress here. That steel is actually flattening and then bouncing back, so there's memory in the steel. So it comes back up, so it will have set when I'm done. This one had uneven set, which could be for many different reasons. It also had some teeth that were shiny on the tips and some that weren't. Often that's caused by a rogue employee that pulled it across some other metal and damaged the teeth. But we can resolve those issues. You have to learn to sharpen anyway. I'm using a saw file here. The saw file needs to be twice the height of the tooth at least, so I've gone just over. That means that I'm not wearing out one face unevenly with another. If I was to use this saw file, I'd wear these when I rotate it. One file is already used. I don't want that. So we're going to put this into a saw chock here. This could be just 2 pieces of wood in the vise as well. Drop this down, minimize the vibration, cinch it good and tight. And I'm sharpening the back of the tooth that's leaning away from me. Can you see how the top of this file is rotated towards the front of the tooth? This is going to be, so the saw will be pushed in this direction. So I take a stroke here, like this, 1, 2, and I'm going through every tooth with 1 stroke only. This does feel like it's good steel. I'm already down. I've got no light on the 10 teeth that I've already done. So 1 stroke in each tooth, full length of the file, equal pressure, and all the way through. I'm looking at the top of the teeth. And each one of these strokes is taking it down that fraction of a thou. It's taking it down to the pinnacle of the teeth. These feel like porcupines now. Oh, all the way to the end. So I'm pressing down into the gullet, not sideways, not laterally at all, because that will push the file onto the back of the tooth that's leaning towards the front and into the face of the tooth that's actually forming the cutting edge. So here I go again. So I'm checking, I'm looking at the light, no light on the top, light on these back here. Lost my place, there I am. 1. Last little bit. You can see how fast this is. And one more thing. Ooh, now I've lost where I was. There it was. So the light's shining in the gullet. And that's that. Now what do I do next? I go in with my diamond paddle here, go on the back of each tooth, just slope it slightly forward, all the way along, put a micro bevel on the back of those teeth, strengthen the cutting edge, very quick. It refines that cutting edge. Not the whole back, I'm just doing the very tip, a micro bevel on the back. This is the Paul Sellers development here. Too much vibration there. This really helps the saw, and it will prolong the sharpness of the saw considerably. So we'll put this in and see how it cuts now. Taking off the set can reduce the amount of effort it takes by maybe 30%, something like that, depending on how much set we took out. It definitely had too much. That's it. So let's load this up and see how this saw works now. Now it's sharp. Ooh, it's so sharp now. Love it. Did I slacken that enough? I don't think I did. Surprising, even with that little bit on there, how much it shortened the saw. That was great. Cinch it up tight. What's tight, I don't really know. I won't be able to tell you that. You just go, you can put a lot of pressure on this, a lot of pressure. But you may want to use a face shield, I don't know. So that's that bit. Take a look at this. It's got knots in it, but that's life. Okay. Totally transformed. Totally transformed. One tenon coming up. When you get vibration like that, just take this and cinch it one more notch, like this, and then try it again. That's a lot of contact, all those teeth. Drop your hand. It's a rip saw, remember, not a crosscut. But boy, does that work. That works wonderfully. So I hope you enjoy your bow saw. Where's my other one? As much as I have making it and using it. Make a couple. You can make one bow saw and you can change the length of the beam. You just have to make the ways, the outside here, and just change the length of the beam if you want to have one saw with, you know, one saw. One saw sets of, there we go. That worked, didn't it? That is a wonderful saw. Combine the two, you've got cross cut, you've got rip cut. And just for a few dollars, a few pounds, not very much, a few euros, whatever. That's my answer. If you don't have a good joinery saw, it'll work.